Here's the disclaimer. This is for educational purposes only. This is not financial advice. Cryptocurrencies are risky. Do your due diligence and invest at your own risk. You can lose money. What's up? My name is TrajicK Jeffrey, and today there will be no champagne sipping, crypto pumping. I can only give you the real in the crypto world. What's going on, everybody? Today is August 31st, 2017. And this is TrajicK Jeffrey, and I am talking to you today about value. I am a value investor who found something valuable in crypto, sat on it, forgot about it for a year's time, and when I turned back around, my value of when I purchased at $11 a share jumped to over $400 a share, and I cashed my position, right? So what did I see? How did I see it? What I want to do is, of course, replicate that over time, but I want to also show it to you because there's plenty of deals out here, right? So my goal is to also help you find value in the marketplace. So now let's just talk about the marketplace. The market cap, it's just crazy right now. 171 billion dollar market cap. It was just 160 something yesterday. Like, we just almost got 10 billion in market cap in just a day. So that just shows you how much capital is coming in to the cryptocurrency space right now. It is going crazy. Of course, at the top, you've got Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, Ripple, Litecoin, NEM, Dash, IOTA, Monero, and Neo, Ethereum Classic, and OMG. Let's go. At the top of the pile, I'll go a little further down so you can see the top 20 coins right now. 10x got bumped down a little bit, but that's to be expected. Let's also look at what's going on. Let's look at these global charts. Of course, we always love to talk about where Bitcoin, total market capitalization started at. I mean, look at that. Just really nothing. And then all of a sudden, it just keeps going and going. And then in 2017, now this is important for you to see. Like, let's really do this, how crazy this is, all right? Look at total market capitalization. Look at December 20. Let's look at this. Look at this January of this year. January. We're here in April. We're already here in May. We're up here in June. So June, we drop back down here in July, a month later, and then look at where we are in August. So from here in July to here by the end of August. That is crazy. Look at this market. I mean, look at the capitalization. Hold on. Let me try to get it down in here. We're looking at 73, and I'm not even hitting the real bottom yet. I can't even hit that bottom. 73, around 70 something billion dollars to 171. So almost $100 billion of capital has jumped into this marketplace. Are we in a crazy run? Yes, because it's never been seen to have that much capitalization jump in. The multiples jump in like that. Let's go down to the 1 year. Listen, now we can actually get into that dip. That it was 69 million. I mean, excuse me, 69 billion, $64 billion on July 16th. 64 billion. And look at where we're at. All right. So we're seeing crazy numbers in total market capitalization. If you look at that and you look at it with when it comes to where it is excluding Bitcoin, 93 billion in all the other coins except Bitcoin. Let's look at the 3-month. You can see it's just been on a steady. If we're looking at this chart, starting here, it bumped up, but it came right back down to this line, and it looks like it's just following a serious trend upward. Same for the 3-month, minus Bitcoin. All right. Let's look at the next chart, which is our 7-day chart. Again, look at the last 7 days. It's just still surging. Volume seems to be decreasing just a little bit. So we might be heading towards a turnaround. Not sure. We'll actually have to look at the 1-dayer. Let me see. Let me just load that up really fast. We look at the 1-day. Yeah, we definitely do see a flattening. And yes, a decrease in value over the day. So we could be headed for a turnaround. Don't know, but we'll see over time. I mean, these videos, I'm doing them to be a video diary of where I see the market at. All right, so today, again, let's jump into it about value. All right. Why did I see value in Ethereum? I saw value because I didn't understand Bitcoin at the time. I just jumped into Ethereum because I understood Bitcoin had some type of value on it, and what it was missing was what Ethereum had. It had this program language that would sit on top of it, so you could actually potentially build an app, a decentralized app on on the blockchain. That was almost as a web developer and a web designer, that to me just jumped out and said, oh, I could just build some type of app where maybe I could build a music app, because that's at the end of the day, TrajicK hustles in media, we're in music. So I was like, well, maybe in future we could build a music app that would pay artists, but we would do it in a different way. Not with some of the ways that most of the guys are doing it now. I was already thinking on how we currently have a business model in it where it's streaming, a streaming model, and how could the blockchain be able to do something with a streaming model that, you know, especially with the miners and everything else, where basically you wouldn't have to come out of your pocket to pay for music, but an artist could still get paid for their music being on a service, because Bitcoin by itself is just it's that same ideal, right? Bitcoin's not paying anybody, but the network begins to pay for all the services that are there. So Ethereum's ideal really appealed to me. So one of the things you'll notice about Ethereum and Bitcoin is that they have the largest market caps, right? They have pretty decent prices. Look at their circulating supply, something that people don't really take into consideration. Look at the circulating supply to price point, right? So circulating supply, there's only 16 million. Look at the price, right? There's 94 million. Look at the price. There's 16 million. Look at the price. There's 38 billion. Look at the price. Right? Because you're saying if you take this, multiply it by this, this is how much you have in capital. But this is 9 times this, right? 9 times 9, 36, right? So it's almost double the value of this, and way more than double the value in price point, right? So not saying that means Ripple isn't good or something to own. I own, for disclosure, I do own some Ripple. I actually like the price point. I don't like the 38 billion of it, but I feel like there's reasons for it, right? Litecoin, look, high price point. Billion, low price point. Billion, high price point. Okay, it doesn't always pan out, but I have to look more into Dash as to why that might be. But billion low. Monero, it is because of their security. The value is the fact of their privacy. So if you, as you're going down, Neo, it's another cryptocurrency to be. Oh, actually, sorry, I'm going the wrong thing right now. I'm actually looking just at the valuations. I'm not looking at the Ripple 38. This price, the reason why the price is there, we're only million. Reason why this price is low on NEM, we're at a billion. The reason why this is high is we're at a million in Dash, so that makes sense. 7 million in Dash. That makes sense for the price now. Duh. IOTA, low price point, 2 billion. All right. Monero, low price, low supply, circulating supply, high price point, right? Circulating supply, price point, circulating supply, price point. So you're going to start noticing a correlation to the circulating supply to the price. Of course, there's other things that are important, like what does functionality of what it does, how transparent is it. That's going to put you up on this market, right? BitShares, look at that. Bitcoin, circulating supply, price point, circulating supply, price point. All right, I think you get it. I'm not going to keep hammering it over your head. Now, Lumens. Now, circulating supply, price point, right? And then if you look further down the road, ReddCoin, if you look at their circulating supply, because they're at currently 97, so we go back here and scroll down to 97. If you currently look at, actually no, they're 92 now. So if you look at their circulating supply, 28 billion, and look at their price point, all right, 28 billion. Go back up to Lumens. Actually, just do this. Let's look at the, let me refresh this real quick and refresh this real quick. So let's go back and forth between these two. If you look at this, is 11 billion in circulating supply. We have a current 28, so double the supply, right? More than double. Price point is 2 cents. 0.01. So does that immediately tell me that this one should be priced over the other, or one can be more valuable than another? No. What I can also do is look at the websites. So let's now pull those up. Here are both of these websites. Okay? Now, what you're going to start, what I do when I'm looking for value is this right here. This right there, actually, no, that's for developers to be able to work with it. So that's big. So they're already driving the fact that they're, a community. Twitter, Slack, Reddit, right? They're already talking about community. If you go to the About Me page, transparency, Twitter, LinkedIn, that's Twitter, LinkedIn, his EDU page at Stanford. So do you see now, why would this coin be priced higher than, I don't know, this one is a community. It has redheads.com, so I guess that's their own domain, which can disappear at any moment. They've got a Twitter, Facebook, which all can be just left alone. Yes, they do have a GitHub, but do you see anything on this site talking about who are the people behind this coin? No. You don't see anything talking about the people behind it, right? So right there, when I jump on to a page, I'm looking for the transparency. Then there's functionality. All right. So what do they say that this is for? So how it works, right? We're going to go here. You've got a slideshow, explainers. Let's just go back to the home page, and it's basically saying that this is going to connect banks, payment systems, and people, integrate to move money quickly, reliably, at almost no cost, right? So they're trying to build a platform that, and they're already showing you they want to do micropayments for their transactions on, say, a card or their phone, right? As you're looking at this site, and they're saying build with Stellar. So basically, hey, get your platform on here working with our technology. So something functional. Understand what I'm saying? You get me? And of course, now they're also talked about in things like the Wall Street Journal, Wired, and Quartz. Of course, you can pay to get some visibility to yourself, but they probably don't need it. Now, what really, as a developer, what's really interesting to me is something that Google does, something that Apple does, something that major corporations do: bug bounty programs. Hey, come fix our bugs, find them, help us fix them, and we'll pay you. So that's important for any technology company in any of the 2010s and ups. 2015, 2017, we're in 2017. Look, 2019, that's going to be the biggest way that you can fix your bugs, is to pay people to help you fix it, because you can't do it all yourself. But you can see that there is a bunch of people working behind that. But wait, do we know that? Let's open up their GitHub. Since they have a link to it, let's open up this GitHub. I'll put that here. And then let's go to ReddCoin and open up their GitHub, right? So this way I can show you why two projects are not the same. You don't have to be a developer. You don't have to know how to code. But if you're working off of an open source program, it should be open source. And if you're expecting that it's supposed to do things, then you should be seeing people working on it on a consistent basis. I mean, let's not forget, we're saying this company is worth $248 million, right? So what other companies, if you had a company that's worth 248 million, what would you expect for them? You gave a company $248 million. What would you expect them to be doing with that money? Even though we're not giving it to them, they got a portion of that cash flow. What are you doing with it, right? ReddCoin. What are we saying? Okay, they're all right now, because of course they have way too much circulating supply. The volume is low, but at the same time, market cap is $45 million. So this is basically a market valuation of $45 million. What would you do if you had a company and you were given, even though you're not given that money as these ICOs, they're not getting $45 million in cash. It's just basically saying, hey, this company is supposed to be worth $45 million, right? That's the evaluation we're giving this company. Okay, let's look at Stellar and look at they've got 5 people developing. Okay, that's really low, but they have a bug bounty program, so they have other people that can potentially help. Then the last update was, wait a minute, I just logged on this page 4 hours ago, 15 hours ago, 16 hours ago, 17 hours ago. The docs was updated 23 hours ago. This 2 days ago, 2 days ago, 3 days ago, 6 days. See, do you see something? You see activity, right? You see activity. Let's go to, since we're in the repository, let's just choose the one that was 4 hours ago. Let's jump into there. 26 releases from 7 contributors. Latest commit 8 days ago. Right? So you're already seeing that there was 190 commits, 2 branches. And the thing is, if you look at Stellar, It's not coming off of any other software. So all of these numbers are just for their own stuff, right? You're not seeing a fork of this being forked off or being split off from some other code. Now let's go over to ReddCoin. Here's ReddCoin. All right, we see ReddCoin, we see the ReddCoin project. Let's click on that. Boom. What do we see? Forked from Litecoin project. So basically, you can't say that there's 233 contributors into this project because there's only been let's look at the last releases. The last release was from 2016 of August. 13 commits. And those commits came from 5 contributors. Still not bad that 5 people contributed to this release. All right. Now let's go back here. Let's look back at this program here, which has, let's see, the dashboard has been worked on. Horizon is the client facing. So this is worked on 17. So let's look at, this is the bridge server. Let's look at actually Horizon, because this seems to have the most activity. 20 contributors have contributed to this. So doesn't this have more work being done to it? All right, it has 19 releases. 16 days ago. You're starting to see the differences between these two projects. 20 contributors. Who are the contributors? Let's click into that. And let's look at that. July, October 2016, April, July. And it's tapered off some throughout the summer. There'll be more work done in the winter, and that makes sense. Summertime, they might be on vacation. They might be going out. There might be things that they want to do. So you'll see that trickle down. Let's go back to ReddCoin. 13 commits. Oh wait, I didn't do the commits, right? I don't think it's the same. Here we go. From Stellar. Let me see. Let me go. Hold on 1 second. Oh, this was in releases, and then it was 13 commits. So then 19 releases. We'll click on the releases. 1 second while it loads. 12 commits. And then you can see manage data, merge, upstream master, slip in writing, update to admin, ingestion imports. So these are some slight bug fixes. Just some bug fixes, but you see actual code is certain things in the code are being changed and written, functions are being changed. So you can see that there's some things happening. And this is a major release, but it's the last release. So there's going to be a lot of code here, but notice no bug fixes since August of 2016. If you have a software that's supposed to be doing something, where's all the work? What's being done? This is your major release of this major project milestone, and there's nothing really happening, right? So for me, that already shows a red flag. So does that now make sense when you go back and look at this price point, and then you just see this spike jump up where around June of 2017 and taper down? Why did that spike happen? Now, if you're a value investor and you're looking for value, does this spike make sense to you? Did anything release on the back end to justify a price movement? No. And then the market said, yeah, come back down. Now, this thing might have news of it's working on stuff, and it might, if you go into the forums, and it might be talking about all the things that they're doing. But notice, I'm not in the forums looking at hype. If you have a community and they're supposed to be working with you, you don't need it. Now let's look at Stellar, right? Let's go back and look at Stellar. It has the same pop up in May, and it's dropped down. Yeah. And it's fluctuating. Yeah. What did this pop up? Why did this pop up happen? Probably because of code. Right? Right? So if we go back to Horizon, and actually if we go back to Stellar, and then we look at the latest thing that I guess blocks bridge server, 6 months ago, 8 days ago, 3 months ago, 190 commits. Let's look at the releases. Downloads 3 days ago, 25 days ago, on August 6th, July 19th. July 19th. So still, there we go. Had a little bump because of news. So there might be a correlation to release dates popping the price up. So if we really did some research, we could just see now if you study the GitHub, you can start seeing when a major release came up, what did it do to the price? If I'm a value person, as a whole, I like the technology. From what I'm starting to learn about it, I still have more due diligence to do, but I had already jumped into it just because I looked at the site, I saw transparency, I saw visibility from them. If you go to the social, you'll see that the CEO, the co-founder, is currently going to be speaking at the blockchain summit. So visibility of who's behind the scene. So things of that nature intrigue me, right? And there's another tool that you can use to kind of help you. It works for some cases. Let's look at Stellar. They have a Reddit. So then we click on this and open up the Reddit and just get this. If you go to redditmetrics.com, so redditmetrics.com, one word, and then just pop in the name, Stellar. Just drag that over here. And just give it a second to load. While I'm doing that, let me open up another Reddit metrics, open in another tab. And let's see if ReddCoin, I believe they have a Reddit. They do. So let's open that and just pop that in here. I guess we'll start with Reddit since it's here. So you see your subscriber growth. You see a spike in subscribers, so information happening, and then a tapering off. And then you come back over here, you see some spikage happening. Let's look at total subscribers. Basically, since 2014, it's been the same consistent run. Then it goes up for a little bit. Like right now, 25th, since May of 2017, you've been seeing a slight surge in their visibility, right? You're starting to see some news, but I don't know what from because they're not visible with their development strategy. If we look here, you see pretty much the same thing. Spike in 2017 in May, so there's some stuff going on, and then growth is around 15 to 24 currently. Let's look at total subscribers. 2015, then a surge that happened, and yet another little surge that's happening. So you're now starting to see, yeah, there was a bump here in 2014. Now there's a bump that's happening as they're going up. So you're starting to understand if you're looking at these things. Daily is currently about 18, 12, 24. So you can start seeing what is if you go back here to subscriber growth, you've got 20, 18. So subscriber growth recently has been jumping up a little bit, so maybe there's some buzz going on. It might be priming itself for a spike, but you can't really get too happy because it did it here too. And it's been doing it since here. So there's this, since May, it's been doing all of this in May. just keeps bubbling to the same numbers and nothing really happens. There's no major spike to, because there's no major substantial growth, right? Stellar, on the other hand, you'll notice, yeah, there's nothing, nothing, nothing. Then it spikes up because they were, a lot of information is coming out, but there's still a pull down and a pull back up. So if you're trading this, you can see that there's more going on here with Stellar metrics, if you look at the total subscriber, than what's going on with Red if you're looking at total subscriber. Subscribers 24,000. That's a lot of people that have subscribed to ReddCoin because they're thinking this thing's gonna pop, right? Currently with Red, they only have 3,000 subscribers. So while the other coin has more subscribers, they're less in value. Their development's not doing anything. This has less subscribers. Less. Its value is more than the other company. And that company has a community and a bug bounty program. Value. Do you now see that which one would you want to trade in then? Now, if you see the fact that, let me go back to, not market capitalization. If you're looking at ReddCoin now and you're seeing it's not really performing well, it's got this high market cap. I mean, this high circulating supply, and they're not doing anything. Right? Even if you go to social, working hard to bring ReddCoin HD browser. For what? What do you do? What does your coin do? ReddCoin web wallet is coming along nicely and much faster than anticipated. What do you do? According to this site, what does ReddCoin do? It enriches people's social lives, makes digital currency easy for the general public. How? What do you do? A wallet. Are you a wallet? You don't do anything. There's no functional reason to do. What does it do? You see what I'm saying? Resources, exchanges. If you want to tip people, the specifications, it's not a functional coin. QA with their devs. It doesn't tell you what you can do. You're not going to do anything with this coin. If you go to this, it connects banks, payment systems, and people. We're going to help you send money. We're making a payment infrastructure. So basically, I can sit there and kind of read into everything and think, is this the PayPal? If it wants developers to be able to put this into their own applications, and so can I see this growing in usage or being less in usage? I see it growing in usage because me as a developer, I can code whatever I want with it. Who else does that? Ethereum, right? Not saying that this is Ethereum's platform. It's not going to be a smart contract, but you can think of it like PayPal. If you had a website and you wanted to potentially have people make payments to you, could you potentially use this to do it? If you had a gaming system, could you potentially use Stellar to do it? Maybe. At least there's a current reason as to maybe why. Maybe. Okay? So this is what you're doing when you're looking for value. You're seeing, is there any development work going on? You're seeing if the company, the website, what does it look like? Is it transparent? Where are the people? Can I go to a LinkedIn page? Can I go to a Twitter page? Can be shut down. But if a person has a LinkedIn page, you have a back history to who they are. Especially if they give you a college edu address to go to. Where did I see this before, and where did this mind state come from? Is that I was able to go to Ethereum site and see the people. I was able to see videos on them. I was able to go look at their LinkedIn pages to see if they were really if they really know what the hell they're doing. Have they worked someplace before, so that there was a history of maybe them understanding the role that they fill. That is doing your due diligence on finding value in a company. Okay? And once you do that, if you want to trade it, this is what we're learning. This is one of the things that I'm learning right now, and being able to put a market bot behind it, is then I am using my market bot to trade maybe lesser currencies, but lesser currencies that have value, that allow me to be able to buy in, sell out, buy in, sell out, sell positions. But now I can start garnering enough coin from micro trades. Rather than trying to just make trades at larger scale, I can now look at value plays and buy in and out of positions at lower price points to start building up a pool of that currency. So when it does break and pop in 1 year, I don't have to take my physical cash to make those trades. I could have been a part of the market. Okay, so I'm gonna cut this down because I've already rattled on, and I'm sorry. I want to cut these things short, but I want to give you value. I want to give you as much value as possible. It's not just finding values in companies. You need to find value with the people that you're getting information from. Are they giving you more than, hey, buy this coin? But I don't know a damn thing about what the hell it does, or why you should buy the coin and then turn around later and pump the next one, right? So it's not about every pump that you can jump into. That's not treating your money like a soldier going into battle. That is just basically throwing your money. Like, would you take your kids and just throw them into the wilderness and say, go ahead, have at it? No. Would you prepare them to be able to go into the wilderness? Yes. Treat your money like you treat your kids. Well, for some of you. For most of you. For some of you, you need to treat your kids better. You need to treat your money better. But besides that, what I also want to talk about again, I'm going to try to keep talking about this as we've now already made the purchase. I want to do some of our transparency as a business at Toxic Hustle. I want to also make sure I tell you what we're up to. We have made the purchase of the bot. So we have made our bot purchase, and Monday, potentially this weekend, we're actually going to launch the bot. I will then discuss what the bot is. You're going to start seeing the way that I'm doing the videos change a little bit, because I'm now going from looking for value trades, not just looking for value trades, but looking for value trades that actually seem to be flowing in and out of a cycle of a
Click
trading
when you're
cycle.
ready.
Sorry, that's one of my robots. So I'm going to be looking for, basically being able to find trades that I can bounce in, bounce out, bounce in, bounce out, and that are consistent. Of course, I can't talk about them as we're in play. We might talk about them out of play, or one of the things we might be doing is I'll be working with a group of guys that I'm in a group right now. And I might be talking. Well, we're starting to build a community, and once we get the community together, I might we might create a channel within that community to actually talk about value picks. But again, I will talk about that as it gets closer. But I want you to know that's potentially we're going to have we'll be partnering up to do a Discord with another larger trading group. One of the other things that we're doing is capital that comes from the same way I took my royalties to make my first trades. If you look on the the Toxic Hustle, if you look on the Toxic Hustle YouTube page and you go down here, you'll see that we have Indie Heat. This is our hip hop and R&B. So if you're a hip hop and R&B artist in CD Baby and you are trying to get some more plays to your music, we are actually working on a community play where music as we're talking about this, and as we start marketing this channel link here to a lot of different areas, you'll be able to receive some capitalization from YouTube plays if you're on CD Baby. So if you're not on CD Baby and you're a musician, please look at this hustle mode video to get your music onto CD Baby, because once you do that and your music's good, because don't put out crap, if you know, we'll put you on indie heat, and that can give you some some residual revenue to be able to get into cryptocurrency. It's not about having to come out your pocket all the time. It's about being able to make money elsewhere. And one of the other ways you can make money is t-shirts. That's right, Teespring. So I'm not affiliate. I don't have an affiliate link for Teespring. I don't make no money in promoting Teespring. One of the things we are saying is that if you do like any of the shirts you see here, go ahead and buy a shirt for yourself on crypto. If you have any ideas for some of the shirts that you would love to wear, put them in the comments below. And once I check them out and see where we are in the design cycle, we can get some of those shirts out. If your shirt is chosen, you could potentially receive a gift card. So we'll see how that goes. So go ahead and put that out. Get those down in the comments. And also, if you want to know, because more about what's going on, and you found this channel and you're like, oh, okay, well, I want to know more, you gotta hit that subscribe button. You've got to hit the notification button, that bell. When you see that bell, hit it, because if you want to be notified when things are happening, and especially live chats, and we might be doing private live chats, but I might only announce it and then pull the video down, so only the notification squad will be able to know what the URL is for the actual video. So and also we'll get we'll create a subscriber list. It'll be on the toxichustle.com site. But yeah, guys, I need y'all to really start believing in value. All right, not just looking for the next pump and dump that you can jump into, because you're only going to win so many times, and you're going to lose a lot more than you win. All right, so this is Jay for Toxic Hustle. I want to thank you so much for liking the channel, subscribing to the channel, for just spending time watching. If you just if you're new, and thank you so much for spending time with me. I'm Jay Tragic Jeffrey. I'll talk to you later. Peace.